Hello and welcome back to coverage of the Louisville Cube League. Today we're going to be hopping back in with the coverage team to check out 3 matches from Derek's Premodern Cube in a King of the Hill format, meaning that the winner of each match will stay on camera. This was only a 7-player draft, so we don't have a guaranteed 3-0 today, but we will stick with the player who wins each match regardless. Just a reminder that today's video is actually part 2 in the coverage for this draft, covering just the actual matches. So if you're interested to see the draft and the decks we'll be looking at today, make sure to go back and check out that first video linked on the screen now and also in the description below. All right, so the last video we checked out Scott's deck, we checked out James's deck, and here they are playing in the first round. I guess they both just chose not to move after drafting, so smart move on their part.
Yeah, it seemed like the easiest plan of attack there. I also was like a little worried about the matchup, so I kind of wanted to get out of the way because we like watched each other build decks, so we both knew what we were playing. And he has like the potential for a fast natural order, or just like even ramping out a big thing, and that kind of brick walls any ground offense I might have. I do have like a bunch of burns, so maybe those games are still winnable, but it's a spooky matchup for sure.
Right. Yeah, so Findhorn into the Yavimai Elder, and your only answer is Mog Flunkies that can't do anything currently.
Yeah.
Just wait for this ball lightning now.
So much damage, dude.
There's a couple options, right? There's the Ball Lightning, there's the Viashino guy we talked about, the Sand whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing happening quick here from James, so I wonder what he's got going on.
Yeah.
James is a little bit more of a deliberate player. He hasn't played a ton of Magic in the past, I don't know, 5 or 10 years or whatever, but
Yeah.
been a very welcome addition. It's glad to see him again and hang out more.
Right. So just rampant growth, getting himself ahead on mana even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, putting the Forgotten Cave into play this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of developing and ramping.
Good recognition, too, that, like, it's not really worth getting the attack in here. Would much rather,
Yeah,
I think,
he's certainly not going to... Yeah, he's certainly not going to be the beat 10 in this matchup, kind of almost no matter what.
There's one
Morph
of the
creature,
morphs.
number 1.
Yeah. It could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it could be one of 2 things, I guess. I guess there's a few... I think there's 5 morph creatures total in the cube, but... Are there any more?
Do I have
Is
Zombie
Cutthroat in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure what the 5th one is, but...
Whalebender might be in here.
Maybe a Whalebender.
Plow
I get Plow Undered.
Yeah.
Oh,
that card hasn't
rude.
been put on the stack in quite some time, so...
Especially
I'm not a fan of it, but, it is what it is.
All right, well, you don't really seem to care at all because here's this Earthquake.
No, that was...
Yeah, this was a nice Earthquake, and the fact that both my creatures live through it and now can attack because I have 2 creatures in plays, it's a pretty nice turn for me. James does get to, get some lands. He's got, some stuff going on still, but this was a, on the turn I got Plow Under, being able to make a good offensive play is feels pretty good.
Notably picked up a Swamp there. He didn't have any black sources before this. But
no thoughts in my head as to what that can mean. I'm just like, throw fire, throw fire, throw fire.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not entirely true. I did watch him build his deck, so...
At some point in a deck like this, you have to concede that you can't trouble yourself too much with the things your opponent is doing. All your cards do the same thing, right? So,
yeah,
a lot of your cards do the same thing, I should say. So lost a bit of mana. Kind of weird to be the person who casts Plow Under on turn 3 and then be behind in tempo on turn 4, but here we are.
Yeah. I feel like this is where the green decks are always going to struggle, where you're casting a 3-mana enchantment that doesn't do anything on turn 5.
Yeah, Fires is a pretty spooky card for sure. It in addition to the fact that I know he has sapling burst, so I like need to be aware of that just like combo kill out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure this game I like maybe this turn even I decide not to attack in the face of that. Maybe not this turn. I know it was like a turn where I was like definitely gonna win in my next turn, so I decided not to attack just so I didn't like
Sure.
auto lose. But
Yeah, Fire Slinger just going. Oh, sorry, no, that's not the Geechu Slinger. That's the Fire Slinger. It doesn't go anywhere right now. It's
yeah,
chilling
no,
out.
but yeah, I was right. I didn't attack on this turn. I'm just sort of
Yeah.
like no reason to just lose out of nowhere.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Sapling Burst. I guess Symbiotic Worm is the only other. Well, Verdant Force, I guess, but
Werebear, no threshold quite yet. I point out here that he just played that, but then I remember, oh yeah, fires exist.
Fires, yeah.
So
there is the natural order for the Symbiotic Worm, which leads me to believe that he's probably holding his Verdant Force, because I can't imagine that he would pick a Worm over a Verdant Force.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Yeah.
But I don't know if you knew or remembered that he had Verdant Force at this point, but even still, I mean, that's not something that you're easily getting off the table from here. I guess if you have
I'm basically not, because
yeah
killing it on this board just means I'm never getting through for combat. So at this point I'm firmly like, okay, I need to burn you down from 14. That's what the game plan is here. And that could involve like an attack where I'm suiciding one of my creatures in to just like get eaten by the worm, but
right
for right now I'm just sort of like setting up. I play Anka Mishra even though he has 6 lands in play. I feel like you said, he probably has Verdant Force in hand, so he's probably going to play at least a land or two still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never going to get better for you.
Right. Like you said, your recourse at this point is reducing his life to 0, hopefully attacking not very many times. So
yeah.
Even
and I've got Instep, Fire Slinger, and maybe I cheat here.
Wapow!
Yeah. Okay, so listen. Obviously, this is not a legal play. I would have bet so much money in the world that the Morph-Up-On Marauder was 2 mana, because it's a shock. What are we talking about here? Why does this cost 3 mana? And Tutu Vigilante unmorphs for 2 and casts a Naturalize, which costs 2. And this unmorphs for 3 and casts a shock.
It unmorphs for 3. Its mana cost is normally red 1. There's lots of valid reasons to assume that, but
apologies to James and also other opponents. I think I do this too in this draft. That's my bad. I should have read my own card. Hopefully it wasn't too like draft breaking, but
yeah, I will say that I don't think that it ever actually matters. Maybe a mild spoiler.
Yeah, maybe.
It does happen again, but
yeah. Like I said, I learned literally today when you made fun of me for doing this that it costs 3 mana. Like
yeah. 8 mana?
Yeah.
Oh, this must be
the Verdant Force.
Force.
Yeah, the read was correct. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna incinerate Fire Slinger, throw more fire at you.
Yeah, which I mean, if you want to be technical, that does let us kill without attacking, but I think we have enough attackers there anyways to get the last 2 damage through. So
yeah,
I don't really see that as a big difference maker on to game 2.
It looks like you have the Swords to Plowshares in your hand. Did you sideboard that in?
I did, yeah. I thought, yeah. When I brought in the swords, I committed to bringing a little more white mana in.
Okay.
I figured like a quick natural order is the easiest way for me to lose, and while I don't love the idea of giving my opponent 7 life for free or whatever, not having a Verdant Force or a Symbiotic Worm in play seems like a good trade. So.
Yeah, and the death trigger on Worm doesn't happen too.
Right.
It's a very natural counter.
So even though I had Fire Slinger, I still opted to Seal Fire the birds. That was the mantra in this era of Magic. Like, you just always kill the bird. So I killed the bird.
That's the mantra in the current era of Magic.
No,
the birds are just better now.
It's a little less imperative, I think. But
Mhm.
yeah, the birds are better, but like your cards are also better, so it's not like
Right. Rare Fire Slinger attack.
Mm-hmm.
There is the Saproling Burst. No fires, though, thankfully, because...
Yeah.
yeah. And this is a card I've not played against very much just in my life, and I am this old. Like I
Mhm.
certainly could have played that against that card. I just never did. So I'm gonna try
Also,
and navigate this game, but like don't make fun of me because
also maybe like the worst of his threats for you with your like sideboarded in Swords to Plowshares, right? Because you can't Swords the enchantment, so you're just gonna have to sword
well,
a creature and he can make another one, I guess. But
Yeah.
that is true. But on the other hand, this is a threat that will go away
we'll go away.
eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I'm just gonna like turtle up and just throw fire at him occasionally, I'm not like overly concerned, but I do need to like play kind of carefully, I think.
Mm-hmm. Looked like just a pass back, so maybe not having a fourth land, which I guess isn't super surprising if we ended up with 16 lands, which I forgot to count, but 4, 5, 6, 7,
I
9, 10,
think
12, 13,
that's where
14,
I ended
15,
up.
16. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just sitting on some burn spells here.
Yeah, I think I don't remember this game like fully turn by turn, but I do. It's pretty easy to believe I'm gonna like play some kind of instant end step here, or
Yeah.
flip this up now or something.
My
I
God,
rarely had
he's
nothing
done
to
it
do with my
again.
mana. Okay, yeah, but look, I still have this planes. This one doesn't matter. This
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Somebody stop this man.
Another point of tension when I brought in the swords is that I also like would just try really hard not to cast it to not like slow down my game plan. Like I
Mm-hmm.
had it in case I needed it, but I go to like reasonably extreme lengths to not ever play it if I don't need to.
Yeah. Kind of
Mhm.
anti kind of opposite to what the goals of your deck are here. So James does have a morph creature.
Yeah, I
Probably
don't.
the vigilante we talked about earlier. I think that's the
Yeah,
only
I
agreement.
don't think I remembered what it was at the time. I fired this off, no fear of zombie cutthroat, because if he's paying 5 life to flip that up, like that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a trade I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
But it is just the cutthroat or the vigilante. I mean, so that goes down. I play second creature finally.
The cutthroat doesn't even live if he flips it too, because you can just kill it with your fire slinger.
Slinger.
So
Oh yeah, good point.
yeah.
Hopefully, I would have seen that had that happened.
I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what the power toughness on that card is. I'll be honest. I had to go look it up before I confidently stated that. But yeah, it's a 3/4. So
Yeah.
it was just a well maneuvered turn by you with the chain lightning. That's what we'll go with.
Yeah, expert play only. No goober plays at all.
Mhm.
It is also worth noting that that was conveniently on a turn where James didn't have his red mana available to chain lightning back. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
not a common thing, but
Are you just like staring at a ball lightning right now, being like, "Man, I wish you do this third mountain," or didn't have this
No,
plan?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I was. Yeah.
The absolute read there. Yeah.
So here he can make a 3/3 and just trade with my flunkies, but in my head then he's taking the full 6 from the ball lightning. So
Mhm.
like that's fine. I'll make that trade. And I'm
Mhm.
also like I'm behind on life currently, so my fire slinger is like a little less useful. So him making a trade and like losing a sapling burst counter here is totally fine for me.
Yeah. Yep. That's kind of where I was at as well. He did go get his swamp with the rampant growth, but I don't remember when he has the
It's for
battle
the-
mage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kicker on the
I think it's
top mage.
I think it is only that, barring potential sideboard cards that he may or may
Mhm.
not have had.
I think he may have mentioned actually. Yeah, Chainer's Edict in his sideboard. That doesn't seem like something that he would bring in against you, but
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe.
I mean, it's pretty easy to cut like a ramp spell for just a bad removal or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mana. Maybe not. Oh, Grizzly Fate. Okay.
Grizzly Fate. So now the board is like a little more scary for me. Now it feels like I'm maybe a little behind.
Yeah, and he's
10
got
points.
6 cards in his graveyard, counting that Grizzly Fate. So he needs, if he could put 2 more in the graveyard,
Yeah.
he wouldn't get his tokens here.
Burning down from 10 is super doable in
Here I just
your deck, though.
Yeah, here I just Rolling Thunder to kill a 2/2. I am trying to set up something here that I will for once not spoil. I really want him to feel like he needs to flashback the Grizzly Fate. I know he doesn't have Threshold quite yet, but he's got the Sapling Burst. Like he could get Threshold at will if he wants to.
Well, he needs
and
1 more card, right?
Right, but he can like remove a Fate encounter.
Well, no, he needs the
Wisdom
Sapling
done it.
Burst and 1 more card, right?
Oh, no, he's only on 5.
He's got
Okay,
6
well-
counting the Fate. Did the Threshold cards count themselves while they're being flashbacked? I can never remember. That's
Oh,
all
I actually don't know.
I don't think
But-
so.
I would
at any
assume
rate,
no,
like
but-
I wanted him to flashback this Fate, so I'm making plays with that in mind. This is pretty bad. I shot the Sapling Burst token that is going to die next turn anyway, just due to the fading. I should have finished off his Grizzly Fate 2/2. That was just a mistake, but
I was curious about that, but with the context of like the you trying to set up him putting more things into play, maybe it helps, but probably wasn't the goal. But
yeah, I mean, I could have just killed this 2/2 for free, basically. Like,
yeah, you take 1 damage from the attack or 1 damage from your creature. Yeah, I mean, you get Plow Hunted again. So there's the last card he needs, I guess.
yeah, pretty surprised to see that in his deck post sideboard, but he gassed it, so I put 2 lands on top of my deck. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, entirely possible that there's just a lack of stuff for him to bring in. But so I think what he's doing here is they're talking about which way Vanishing works, Vanishing versus Fading. But I assume he wants this in his graveyard, so he's going to remove the counter and then let it die.
Yeah.
Because
It does seem like the card in graveyard does count for flashback with Threshold
Okay. Well, at any rate,
from the graveyard.
that didn't come up. We're just flashing back this Grizzly Fate
Exactly.
now. And he also commits a Fit Horn Elves, which I'm pretty ecstatic about because what I was setting up is another absolutely devastating Earthquake. I was really trying to time that better, but it just didn't happen. I was too slow to actually cast the card, man. Come on.
For
Maybe I
real.
was right.
You
Maybe
think you
I
have a
am
better
slow.
play than killing 6 creatures and dealing 2 damage?
Sheesh, slow play over here. Holy moly.
Let's just say I was like maximizing the bad beat by making him get all the tokens out first. I guess.
Sure.
I don't know.
You got to go
There
for
was
the
some
mental
decision
victories.
between like 3 and 4 mana here being spent on the Earthquake. I ended up just doing it for 2. He showed a Volcanic Hammer. Maybe there's more burn in there. I just, trying not to give the game away.
Yeah, and hopefully that 2 damage that you took from the bear, the extra attack it's got, doesn't come out to matter because it's getting a
Yeah,
little
because
bit
again, that
tight.
should have just been dead.
Yeah.
Here's the Legionnaire. It happened. I played it.
Could potentially help out with a burn spell if you're not just dead this turn.
You're
Yeah,
fading
there's
a lot.
always the threat. There's always the threat of fires plus a creature too. So I'm trying to be as careful as possible.
This is a big werebear, so
Big boy.
Quite.
werebear, another MVP from my knowing how to build a good Magic deck days.
Oh brother, it's my only PTQ win. I love a werebear.
That was not meant as a dig on werebear. That was more just meant as that card was a staple of several of my play Magic in my kitchen with my one friend who plays Magic in high school decks.
I do think James
love
should
werebear.
have attacked here and been a little more aggressive.
Yeah,
Since
probably.
it's a lethal threat, but as his opponent, I was pretty happy to have a little more time, a little more breathing room here.
Well, you have the encampment, so like with the encampment, like a ball lightning is lethal from here.
For sure, it's scary, but
Yeah.
I have to block, so he's gonna like
Right.
take the 2 damage from the Legionnaire being sacrificed. And then on board, I'm only threatening 2 more. Like, yeah, there's hasters. I've shown ball lightning. I've shown burn, but like, you got to get your opponent dead, or they just have more time to draw those things.
That's fair.
I just don't think it was getting better for him, so I think you just have to attack and like cross your fingers.
I think that turn
Yeah.
especially, I would have wanted to attack.
Once you have the wall of roots in play, you have to.
I don't have quite enough here to finish it off, so I'm just happy to not have to make any moves here.
Mm-hmm. The exciting pre-modern gameplay of Drago.
Yeah.
This is peak Magic.
It is.
Not sure why I was so excited about that mountain, but there you go.
I have to say that as Scott gameplay videos go, this was one of your more animated videos.
I was having a good time, man.
Well, I was about to say that it kind of seemed like
That's
you were
like-
agitated for a lot of this draft.
Oh, really? No, I was extremely. I was. This was one of the more like pleasant draft days
Yeah.
we've had recently for me. Lots of people too. We had 7 drafters in this draft, but simultaneously firing a 4-person Eldrazi
Tubert, yeah.
Tubert.
There's the browbeat, which
Yeah,
basically
that was
have
incredible
to
browbeat.
have to take the draw 3, I think, because
Yeah, and now I do think I have lethal burn, maybe, but it's gonna like take a turn cycle to deploy it all. I believe is what's happening here.
attacking now, but it seems like it might be a little too late with 3 more cards.
Yeah, the browbeat probably being like the impetus, like, oh, he really needs to get a move on here, but
Yeah.
I think the damage has already been done, so to speak.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know what all was in your hand to see if, incinerate,
Bang.
fire blast. Okay, to know.
Okay, well, I don't
if-
really know why I was slow rolling it then. I just had like, what?
Rude.
Oh, that's indefensible. Sorry, James. Sorry for so many things.
Yeah, would be interested to know if what of the cards in your hand, if the 2 turns off with the werebear would have mattered, because he would have had to block with his Legionnaire and then his land. And whether or not you would have had other things to deploy to block after that, because I think there would have been a turn at least where if you don't have another creature, he just has a lethal attacker. But
Yeah, and I think that might have been the case. I might have just been on blanks. I just played lands for a bunch of turns in a row, so
well, regardless, through the first
we'll never
round,
know. I got the
never
dub.
know.
I only cheated
W.
a little bit.
Scoreboard, only mild cheating. All right, it's rolling into round 2. Diddert the opponent here. I don't have Diddert's deck, but Diddert a frequent old school Magic player, so to say he is in his wheelhouse in this cube is probably an understatement.
Yeah, and he is playing sort of like a blue-white mid-range kind of. There's a parallax wave. He's got a couple of the pro-red creatures I was like worried about, including this Mother of Runes.
Mother of Runes.
Yeah, it doesn't actually have pro-red, but it's going to be pretty annoying.
It's got pro everything. Well, it doesn't have pro this Mistress Factory, so.
That's true. Just give him a little taste, you know?
Mm-hmm. First blood is important. Spectral Links, another card that I guess you have Incinerate that can get rid of it, but
Yeah, he's not showing black mana at this moment, but between Mother of Runes and potentially a regenerating blocker, I'm already in the mode of, okay, I need to burn my opponent now, as you see with this hammer
Yeah.
of card into the face. Like, I know what I'm about.
all right.
It's funny too because Diddert is one of the people that I would like least expect to be caught off guard by that, but even he was like, oh. Because his deck is quite good, I think, but it's not, at least in the games we played, at least in this game, he's not like super quick. He doesn't put on the fastest clock in the world. So like Hammer of Garden on turn 3 to the face is like, I don't know. It's just like I'm dictating the terms of the race here, even though I have no creatures in play.
Ooh, Ophidian, nice. There is also black mana for the Spectral Links in that Dromar's Cavern. The layer cycle,
Ophidian,
underappreciated.
Yeah, Ophidian's super cool card, but it's going to deal me 0 damage. You know, like so. Again, on the terms that I'm playing on here, I'm not concerned at all here.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if the surprise was more about like, I mean, I guess you went turn 1 Mistress Factory, turn 2 Mountain, attack with Mistress Factory, so maybe there's a assumption that you're a red deck, but
yeah,
nicely sequenced turn there, by the way.
Yeah, Diddard sniffed out the fact that I probably had more to do on that turn, and ended up taking it, and so my shock again just goes upstairs.
Mm-hmm. So do have him at 9. We know we have that Viashino in hand.
Yeah, and the person with 3 creatures in play has dealt me 2 damage. You know, so like,
yeah.
The Viashino is
plenty of time to deploy all my spells here.
The Viashino is pretty effectively neutralized both by the Mother of Runes and the Regenerate from here, though. So maybe he's content from here to just kind of chill. I mean, he is at 9 life, but this priest doesn't help him on defense, but does help him start lowering your life total.
It'll turn up the pressure a bit here, but I'm just going to keep jamming with haste trample guys.
Yeah, this Skizix, this trample creature kind of throws off the block forever plan, which kicked as well, so it's going to hang out past this turn.
Yeah, well, he could, commit to blocking it down here. And he does have like pretty reasonable blocks with the Regenerator and giving Mother Broods pro red. He is going to take 3 more trample damage. And I have that Hammer of Garden hanging out in my graveyard. Like, I think he's really feeling the pressure here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree. I'd like the double block here. Yeah, it looks like that's maybe what's happening.
Yeah, he's like verbally saying it. But it's kind of like the only line here. Like, I think it's kind of a forced play. You can't just let this thing sit and play. He's going to be in the exact same predicament next turn.
Yeah.
And I guess you get blown out by like... Blown out's an exaggeration, I guess, but like fire... Well, if you have Fire Blast, I guess it's pretty bad for him, but...
Yeah, I mean, Fire Blast is almost lethal at this point, so it's not like that card's going to get bad, Like,
yeah. Yeah, so still the Ophidian not doing damage, but presumably digging for something to... Because 2 damage a turn is probably not going to outrace your Hammer of Bogarden. And that's assuming that you have no other cards that do anything.
Yeah.
Which seems unlikely. I'm not a stats man, but Meddling Mage. Do you have any
I believe that he names Fire Blast here. He hasn't seen it yet, but he knows what's going on.
That was my assumption when I was watching this game earlier. I do think that at some point he makes
he's making a label for it right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing off to the side here.
But the label doesn't work, just for a spoiler of what goes on in the future. You still can't read it, so...
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. Kind of assumed it was Fire Blast, though. Load-bearing Meddling Mage, as it is. Yeah, Browbeat.
Yeah, Browbeat is another draw 3, which lets me make another land drop and just conveniently use all my mana, get another 2 points in. I joke about casting a Fire Blast now, and then he's like, but it's my Meddling Mage, and I was like, yeah. And it's not even something, like, I couldn't have even slingered the Meddling Mage down, because, again, that Mother of Runes is just making all of his creatures basically unkillable.
Yeah, we'll just call it the load-bearing meddling mage for now, and
Yeah, I'm like pretty confident it's Fire Blast.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
That's the
I can't imagine it's anything else really.
And maybe I have Fire Blast in my hand. I can't remember. I guess I shouldn't even speculate, but
If you did, I assume you'd Slinger the Mage instead.
well, no, he has Mother Runes.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So yeah, an impressive looking board, but still just not really getting enough done. It feels. Ophidian doesn't even get to attack this turn, it seems. Which is...
Yeah, I mean it's 1/3 into a 2/2, so it's not a lot of.
Oh, that card doesn't fly, does it? Never mind.
No.
Yeah.
And here I'm just getting Hammer back in, like not even paying the Echo. I'm putting him at virtual 1 life with a Lava Mancer follow up. So.
Oh.
Well, there's a card that deals 1 damage, so.
Yeah, just tightening the grip. Hammer Bogarden, very slow card generally, but like there are games where it really just does the thing and it's kind of unstoppable.
Well, again, it's one of those cards where Repulse gonna keep the Lava Man from getting too crazy yet, but one of those cards that I think you read in like the context of modern Magic and people, don't think much of it, but there's a lot more games like this than you would expect with a cube like this in a format like this, so.
Yeah, so those 3 face-up cards are just cards Diddert knows about from various points in the game, and then I have 2 others. It's still not, Diddert's not presenting lethal here, so I'm content to just, get my shots in when I can here. And you can see all the cards in Diddert's deck. They're like great. They're like exactly the cards you want for this kind of strategy here. They're just like not lining up very well with what I'm attempting to do here.
Yeah. For a deck that doesn't care about the board at all and is just trying to deal as much damage.
Yep. Deep in the tank on this one. And like what is he even looking for in this cube, I wonder, because
Yeah, like the most important card type from this spot has got to be like counter magic and or life gain, and I'm not even sure what. There's definitely some counter spells in the cube. Not sure that they're in Diddert's deck at all.
there's definitely Absorb.
Yeah, Absorb would be a pretty
little
clutch
bit of
card
both,
for sure. Yeah.
But looks like he's landing on something. So yeah, this thing may as well attack. It's not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, so sending everybody, and then he's going to exile his Ophidian. So there's a little bit of life gain.
Yeah, we talk about this a little bit. He's going to cast this at end of combat so he can get his like card draw in. But yeah, and that gains him life equal to the toughness, so he's going up, quite a bit here in terms of that's like a full card out of the mono
He
red
gained
deck. So.
1 hammer of Bogarden worth of life.
Yeah, there you go. And is making some meaningful inroads into my life total here, but instead I have a shock, so back down to 5. So we already know about the hammer.
Yeah, the hammer would have been lethal here with the shock.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess you need 1 more.
Pick those back up.
Oh no, never mind.
No, if he didn't gain the 3 off exile, then hammer and shock would have been enough.
I couldn't remember if hammer was in your hand or not already, but it is. Yeah, we picked it up last turn. There it is.
Turn on Hammer here. He's got up to 3 blue mana untapped, so I am slow playing this a little bit, but like
Yeah.
I don't know what's in his hand. Turns out it was
Yeah.
nothing that interacted with spells, so he just dies.
Yep. Yeah, like you said, you can definitely see the card quality there, but his deck is built to prevent things that aren't really what you care about, I think. So
Yeah, he's very, very board focused. I mentioned a Parallax Wave I saw when he was playing another match. So like
okay.
he's got a lot of ways to meaningfully affect the board. It just turns out that I was not concerned with that.
Yeah.
For most of the game.
Felwar Stone versus Seal of Fire.
I mean, this is a better start for you than the last game.
True.
Yeah, not seeing a Mother Runes is definitely exciting, but then just playing a 2/1 no text is not my favorite turn 2, but you know, you do what you got to do.
Well, it does cost 2 mana this way, so.
I couldn't even imagine what that's in reference to.
Who could know? Yeah, I think at some point you just gotta suck it up and keep your curve churning. Especially considering, I mean, you probably know that you're maybe not getting the like shocker creature value out of it, so maybe it's just not even worth the commitment.
Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly why I played it. I may have been like a little light on lands and just assumed I wasn't gonna like have time to flip it up or something. Here I'm just getting 2-for-1ing myself to get in for 2 points of damage to make that play at least somewhat worth it.
Yeah. Tradewind Rider is something that could be annoying for you, though. I mean,
I agree.
Your stuff like, your ball lightnings don't stay in play, but they also don't do damage if they just get, bounced every time.
Yeah, looking back, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should have attacked and if he just blocked, just to like take the 2-for-1 on Marauder and Seal Fire and maybe not even hammered that turn, but I'm not. It's hard to say without remembering what was in the rest of my hand. It seems unlikely that Marauder was going to get in for much more than that 2 points, so.
I kind of doubt that he's ever blocking, too. I mean,
Same.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here I got Serrated Arrows, which doesn't answer Ophidian like quite as nicely. I'm pretty sure you can still attack and activate it.
Yeah, it just has to be unblocked.
Oddly, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does allow me to get in for another 2 points with this Marauder, so I guess that's a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, the Oracle text says whenever this creature attacks and isn't blocked, you may draw a card. If you do, this creature assigns no combat damage this turn. So yeah, it doesn't need power for that to work. Okay, Disenchant.
Disenchant. Yeah, just forces the issue. The Serrated Arrows, by the way, coming in for, Mother Brune, Soltari Priest, like he showed the exact kind of cards I wanted that for. Yeah, this was scary.
Armadillo Cloak is I mean, it's only on a 2-power creature. Although he does have to trade in drawing his cards, unfortunately, but
it's a 2/4, but that's something I need to answer like immediately, or the game's gonna slip away like pretty quickly. Especially with only having a 2/1 on the board myself, like it's gonna be pretty hard to race 4-point life swing every time that thing attacks. There's my plateau, so if I brought in swords, which I may have, that'll work, but I also just have an Earthquake for 4, so.
Okay. Well,
Earthquake really overperformed for me this draft. Like we've already seen it cast 3 times, and it's been like excellent all 3 times. So
yeah,
is a bit less one-sided this time than it was before, but that's okay.
Yeah, and his follow-up is just 1/2, so I feel like I can take this turn off here to just get the hammer back and continue to make land drops.
This is the like white tap a guy, right?
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, don't remember what the name of this card is.
Master Decoy.
That's the one.
Yeah, I'm much better with the card names in this cube than I am for like one of our other like wilder cubes, like the artifact cube. I don't know what any of those cards are called.
Lava Man and the hammer is back. It's hammer time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're settling pretty solidly into just throwing fire again phase of the game.
Yeah.
And again, Dittard's clock is just non-existent, so I feel like I have all the time in the world. And a Hammer Garden with this many lands in play has got to be scary for him.
Yeah,
Another
you're
Arkham
one
Mishra that feels like
Being
it
able
maybe
to-
won't deal any damage, but
You need one more land to hammer every turn, but we're close.
we are close.
Repulse. Grim Lavamancer not allowed to stay in play.
I'm not sure I ever activated that card this entire draft.
Well, I'd say that you got some value out of it by eating these repulses, but I'm not sure that there's been literally anything else they could target, so... Really, you've just drawn dinner cards with your Grim Lavamancer.
Yeah. So get back my hammer again.
He's back.
Play Lavamancer. It's all pretty scripted at this point.
Thinking about something.
Ooh.
Countering the
Okay.
Lavamancer. This is the counter spell that taps you out, so
Mm.
It's really
Guess
seems
we'll play
really
I'm gonna make this
unfortunate
turn.
that he doesn't have anything to do here, because it does kind of feel like
Yeah.
there was the opportunity, like the door was open.
yeah. And he's not playing lands maybe just because of the Anka Mishra, but like he's also just not playing cards. Like I don't know what's in his hand at this point.
Mm-hmm. Here's
Slinger, I feel like okay. I wasn't sure if I went face or not with this. I guess that killing his only creature is worth doing, but I think it's pretty marginal. I'm dealing damage in chunks of threes, so the 2 points doesn't seem like it's going to matter.
Well, and if you let the creature stay in play, he's just going to tap it every turn, right? If you do pay Echo.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah. But I don't think I'm paying Echo over getting back Hammer. Okay, I did. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess he can't block here, so it's just get another 2 points in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, there's Skizix too, so...
Yeah.
But Exile...
It's pretty nasty exile, but...
Yeah, Exile a nice one too, because it doesn't do the Swords to Plowshares where it gains your opponent life.
Yeah.
You get to exile the thing and gain the life, so...
Mm-hmm. Wow. Big swing.
Yeah, big swing, but... He's basically at 4...
I was going to
hammer
say,
that he
it's like
knows, so like...
still behind,
Hammer
but like
draw.
it went from pretty much unlosable or not unlosable, but like,
Hammer you.
yeah.
So now he's like dead on the board and just only has land.
And has all these
So-
lands. Well, that explains why he wasn't playing spells, I guess, so...
Yeah.
2-0.
So definitely unfortunate for Dittard. I don't know that like the matchup may have just been atrocious. He also may have just drawn like the wrong half of his deck for that kind of matchup. Hard to say, but I'm pretty ecstatic to be 2-0. Hopefully looking to take it down. I haven't tasted a 3-0 in a long time, it feels like, so really want this one. Really, really, really want it.
All right, so virtual finals time. We did mention it's 7 people, so not a bracket. So Hunter here is not undefeated, I believe, but Scott is. So Hunter, a newer member of the crew, but
Always excited to have new people join. This is his second or third draft day.
I believe
One
second.
of those two.
Here's that Skirk Marauder again. I don't have a picture of his deck again, but I
Okay, he is
enjoyed
like
it.
yeah, he's like black-white mid-range. He's
Yeah.
got a little bit of ramp. He's got some minor artifact sub-themes, interestingly. I believe I don't play a third land in this game. On this turn, I mean. Phantom Nomad, really tough creature to attack through. It's kind of like a shockingly big problem at this point, but
Mhm.
my hand is all spells because I am not playing lands. So I feel like if I do find a land at some point, I can claw back into this. And Fireslinger is a good way to sort of like take down the Phantom over a couple of turns.
Right.
So I'm feeling like okay about this game. This arrest is like,
yeah. What if your Fireslinger got arrested? How did that make you feel?
yeah, it's not great, but he's also not pressuring me. You know, like
Yeah.
this tank here means I have yet to find a land. He ends up in Light Tutors.
Didn't quite see what he got.
He gets the card he's about to cast here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's this Phyrexian processor.
I'm mentally fist pumping. Like, you're paying life against me. You didn't affect the board on 4 mana. Like, if I peel a land here, the game's gonna just be over.
Mm-hmm. You know, it'd be really good in this position.
He named 3.
3, yeah.
Oh yeah, the life total went down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did not find a land, so I chain lightning him to not have to discard a card. But I'm still feeling okay about this game. Like, he's like on board. He's just gonna tap all his lands and make a 3/3 and attack.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I have so much time here.
I feel like I would have paid a little bit more on the processor. Like, I understand you're red, but a 3/3 isn't just like super impactful here.
Well, especially after seeing the land drop missed, I think it would have been, even if it's just like 4 or 5, I think it's just so much different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's certainly license to be a little more aggressive there, but I also don't hate being like a little more conservative,
right?
Especially like being a little newer to the group, maybe a little less experienced. You know, just playing real safe. You know.
Wasteland.
You're lucky that there's no plateau in play.
I don't know if lucky would be how I would describe what's happening, but
I think that Scott would accept his plateau getting wastelanded if it means he got to cast spells in the last 2 turns.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I still don't think this game is too far gone. I do have the ability to like chump block and throw burn and untap and burn. Like,
yeah.
There is a Fire Blast in my hand or near the top of my deck. I know that there's like a turn in a few turns where I debate using a Fire Blast to like stay alive in the game. So like I feel like I have outs here to just like kill him in the face of not playing lands every turn. But
okay, Earthquake, yeah, takes out one of them and knocks down the Phantom.
Yep, just slowing the clock down a little bit. I can cash in my Seal of Fire to like kill the Phantom for good. I don't think I do that here, but can't quite remember.
Yeah. I think the 2 damage to the face is probably more valuable here.
Potentially. We're plane cycling an Eternal Dragon here, just playing a land so he has 4 mana for a processor.
Ball lightning.
Ball lightning is just going to trade for this 3/3 and deal an extra 3 points.
Yeah.
Which is like relatively safe because if he just takes all 6, he's only attacking back for 7, so I'm not quite dead.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know what's in your hand, but I'm kind of surprised on the Earthquake turn we didn't Seal of Fire the other 3/3.
Yeah, probably. I probably should have done that.
Strong point, yeah.
I just like don't know if we're looking at like Fire Blast plus Shock or whatever, and then.
Well, I certainly have Fire Blast in my hand because I spend some time on this next turn, like trying to figure out if it's worth showing him the Fire Blast in order to like survive 1 extra turn in this game or whatever. Because the Seal of Fire can take out the Phantom, and a Fire Blast could potentially kill one of the processor tokens. So I opted to cast Browbeat on the off chance that he doesn't respect the possibility of Fire Blast. He just takes 5, and then Seal of Fire plus Fire Blast kills him. I think it's a pretty low chance that he does that, but like, I think that's my best chance of winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, it seems
He
pretty
lets
low
me draw.
risk to let you draw. I mean, you're gonna draw like a land and a shock, plus you could have Fire Blast and the
Yeah.
Seal of Fire, so
So now I'm in the position where like I can live by giving up the information that I have Fire Blast and using my Seal of Fire, and then I'm on basically just 2 lands. I also play this encampment into his wasteland, even though I have a mountain in my hand at this point. It's pretty boneheaded, but I don't know that it is going to matter in this game very much.
Yeah.
maybe a little bit mentally checked out from it at this point. Just
Yeah, I wouldn't
Going through the
say on
motions.
tilt, but I was like every draw step dug the dagger in a little bit more. So.
yeah. There are a few games more frustrating to play than the ones where you just don't draw your third land, even in a deck like this.
Yeah, but I've had pretty good luck with matchups and like lapping stuff already in the draft, so I'm just shaking it off and trying. I do feel like the matchup's going to be good for me overall, so I feel good about getting the next 2 games.
First game loss in 3 matches, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was lighting them up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly he came in. I remember thinking like if this got wastelanded, it would have been like mildly annoying, but he doesn't have wasteland. He does have a Wayfarer, which means if I play second land here, he could go get wasteland and just set us both back a turn. It does cost him a life to do that, so maybe that's okay. I don't know.
A life and his entire turn, basically. But
Yeah.
I do kind of think I'd like it, though, because, he just saw you spend a whole game basically restricted by lands, so, if that's the game you're willing to play. So we didn't, yeah, it does look like that's where we're going.
He
So
does do that.
Yeah, thankfully, I don't think this is quite such a mana constrained game on my end, so I'm actually like happy with that exchange as well. Like if he gets just a basic plains on that first Wayfarer, it might actually like have gone better for him because he's gonna, I think, take another point to go get a basic or like a non-pain white source at this point. But maybe you don't want me to get to 3 mana. Maybe you have to make that play on turn 2. It's all very dependent on like his hand and how he thinks the game's gonna go.
ball lightning.
Mm-hmm. The full 6.
Take 6, baby. Lightning Tutor again? Yep.
This one I don't remember what he got.
I don't recall either. You might be able to tell the camera got a little messed up between these last 2 matches, but
yeah, maybe he'll play it right now and then we'll know.
Just gonna keep his value machine going here. Winter Orb.
Oh, he tutored that up.
Okay.
I think this favors me more than him, especially with like an active Wayfarer. Like if he untaps a land, just go tutor for a land. Like,
yeah,
I'm happy to slow play this. Like we've already seen my deck be able to like take its time and just like get my chip shots in when I can. So
I think
not overly concerned about this Winter Orb.
I can't remember if we see them in this video or if I just saw them on the day, but there are elements to this deck that make this Winter Orb look much better. But I don't believe that they're currently. Well, it's not. I don't believe. Obviously they're currently not hanging out. So
yeah, Hunter should get props for the deck he put together because it's an archetype I have not seen anyone attempt, and it looked quite solid.
Right.
Lots of
bears are eternal.
Lots of like cohesion in the cards and lots of like synergies that I think like lots of like newer players as he is may not have picked up on, and he was like,
oh well, there they are.
Like look at this, like his Winter Orb is now like only for me at this point.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if I saw this game on the day or if this was one of the ones I looked at, but yeah. All your lands are untapped now, but now they're not, so.
Yeah.
Traded them all in for a 5/3.
he is going to untap with 5 to 6 mana, depending on if he has a land drop or not. But he's got a big problem on the board, and even if I'm only untapping 1 a turn, it's he's already on 6. He has no clock. It may take a few turns, but I'm feeling pretty confident about this one at this point.
So gonna need something because, yeah, I mean, this Wayfarer can't block the Sizzix. Not in any productive manner, at least. And we're on a 2-turn clock here.
Yeah, there's not a ton of difference between being at 1 or being at 2,
Yeah. Oh, City of Brass, just what you want to draw.
Yeah,
in this
City
position.
of Brass was not it there.
Yeah, but making a big play here and keeping a white mana untapped for potentially Wayfarer or...
Yeah. I assume... I didn't see what all lands he had, but I assume we needed that City of Brass for the second black on the Plague Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like some question of whether you want to soak up all 5 and lose both your creatures, which is what he opts to do.
Mhm.
I think that's pretty smart.
I agree. I don't think the Wayfarer's doing anything.
Yeah, well, and I think, too, that at best you're just sacrificing your Plague Lord to kill that thing next turn, so...
Yeah, you might as well just get it all run here. And I only have the 1 mana, so no follow-up for me.
Although I guess there's the argument that, like, the Plague Lord could block something else and kill the guy, but yeah, whatever, it's...
Yeah, but under the Winter Orb, it's going to be hard for me to, like,
Yeah.
have multiple attackers anytime soon, so...
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good trade. I think he's just hoping that he's going to, like, find a threat or find a way to, like, pad his life total before I can, like, get this job done here.
Mineral's Disc at one point might have been helpful, but now it just feels like you're kind of Armageddoning yourself. I mean, it does clear off the Winter Orb, but that's good for you. So.
It does, and he can do it on my end step, so he's the first to have, like, all his mana, potentially.
Right.
But I just have...
Or he could just die, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was the Fire Blast that you didn't show him the first game, so...
Yeah, well, it also makes that block of his even better, because presumably I had that in my hand, and he prevented himself from dying a turn earlier.
Right. On to the decider.
Notably, potentially not the last game, I do have Earthquake in my deck, and that is a thing that could happen.
True.
But probably the last game of the draft. I don't think I've brought in white cards here. He hasn't really showed me any creatures that I feel like super urgent to get a swords. This is my one and only early Anka Mishra game.
I was going to say turn 2 Anka Mishra actually maybe looks kind of good in this matchup, but...
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you really care about the damage it's doing to you, and...
Certainly not.
Yeah, for all the things Hunter is doing, presenting a fast clock is not one of them, so...
Well,
we
say that...
way more in my favor.
We say that, but a big processor here could maybe be...
Oh, like if he just plays, like, processor on, like, 8 or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty brutal, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
But does not appear to be what's happening, just the disc. Okay, so the disc can get him out from underneath the Ankh if he wants it to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Currently, the Anka Mishra is just a shock, and presumably a shock to me as well, so...
Yeah.
If that's all it does, and then it gets blown up by a disc, not the best card, but, I got my 2 damage.
Right.
Early game browbeat. What do y'all do here?
Take 5. On to the next.
I do think I'm on team take 5 here, but I mean, he's seen Fire Blast, he's seen Ball Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's in his hand. I can understand a world where you just have to let him draw, but it feels to me like on average 3 cards are going to do more than 5 damage in your deck. So
I would agree.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. I don't remember the shape of my hand at this point. I don't know if like those cards were like good for me or whatever, but either way, like that was like a pretty good play to make in the face of a Neverwolf Disc. I don't want to like put a creature on board, so
Yeah, it was like a perfect thing to do to not commit to the board, but also like be very impactful.
So there goes the disc. We get a Sphere of Resistance.
I feel like the sphere kind of favors you.
yeah. Again, in this matchup especially, I'm content to like slow down a bit.
Yeah.
This is 3 mana card and then 1 extra. So face down creature number 1. And we're just going to get a Plains with Eternal Dragon.
Yep. So it could be or not, I keep wanting to call that card Skirk Prospector. It could be the Marauder, could be the Firecat. He has seen the Marauder, so maybe that's his assumption here.
Correct. Yeah. I'm not sure I remember what it is actually. Well, either way, we're not finding out yet. So.
Hammer.
Again with the 1 extra for the sphere in play. Kind of a blank turn for Hunter, not really like doing much of anything. I expected like a removal spell or something, but
yeah, it feels weird with like when you choose to Planescycle the dragon and then like you still don't do anything.
Yeah, and I mean he's got cards in his hand, so just kind of a mystery. If this is Firecat, then Hunter, whether he knows it or not, is already in quite a bit of danger here.
Oh. Yeah,
5 mana Phyrexian Processor.
I don't know how much life he pays here, but he is probably going to kill himself with it.
I believe he only paid 2, so he's
he paid
a bit
2.
cognizant.
I think I put a dice on this at some point. I should have done that every time it was in play, but that was all of his mana that turn, basically. Like he has a swamp up, but with sphere in play, and it was Firecat, so he is really under the gun here.
Yeah, so thought he was taking 2 instead, taking 7.
Yeah, I put that in my graveyard. My turn was not over yet, so I needed to put that back.
Thinking
I'm
now.
taking my sweet time here.
That's any prior indication it means Hunter's probably dead.
Yeah, I'm not sure what is taking so long though, you know?
Earthquake for 1. Okay. So just squeezing. I guess this way you have a 2-turn clock with the hammer.
Yeah, he's
so I think
like
so I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than him being at 4, you have to spend your entire next turn picking up hammer, and then he's not even dead the turn after that to it, so.
Hey, look, it's on 2.
And a 4-mana 2/2, I just do not think is going to get the job done.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. This is what I was thinking about. I knew he had Cataclysm in his deck, and I was trying to set myself up in the best position for if he had that on this turn. That's why I Earthquaked on that turn, because I had this follow-up play ready to go if he had Cataclysm. Man, I'm smart sometimes, I swear.
So yeah, still showing lethal, although here's a morph creature. This is the morph creature we forgot about when we were making our list earlier. There's the Arc Lightning.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I have another land in a.
Yeah, Exalted Angel, which would have thrown a wrench into the works a bit, I think, but
Yeah.
as it were, it didn't. So 3-0,
Yeah,
congratulations.
very happy to get a 3-0. It's been a long time. Very happy to have a really fun cube to play. The games were really fun, really interesting.
Yeah.
I have never gotten Hammer of Garden back from my graveyard as many times as I did this draft. I had a lot of fun, like slow playing my burn. Like this was just a really enjoyable. I mean, obviously I 3-0'd. Those are always fun, but like, yeah, I had a great time. I had a fire blast, if you will.
All right, get this guy out of here.
I'm down for it. Never drew your pick one, pack one Flametongue Kavu.
That's true. We never saw the Flametongue Kavu.
That's true. But outside of that, I kind of used every part of the Buffalo, though. I did a lot of stuff.
I think that may be the only card that we didn't see cast across those games is the Flametongue Kavu, actually. Now that I'm... the Jackal Pup.
Sandstalker, maybe?
Showed up. No, we saw Sandstalker once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skizik was excellent. Earthquake, crazy overperformed. Red cards burn. Yeah. Good stuff.
That's beautiful.
All right. Well, any last thoughts? Anything else? Derek, the cube ruled.
Yeah, great cube.
Yeah, I'm
looking forward to the next opportunity.
Send all your friends this video and I'll tell them to draft your cube because it rules. So that does wrap up our matches for today. Congratulations to Scott for taking down the 3-0 in our first time drafting this cube in our group. Not a lot else for me to say here today, so as always, just a reminder that you can find a link to the full cube list on Cube Cobra in the description below, as well as links to all of our socials and other info if you want to follow along to get notified of when our new videos are going live. Thank you as always for watching, and we hope you'll join us again next time.